I mean, I'll jump in on the question you had about like the comment you made about plastic surgery.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, okay, like obviously visually, like if I see a girl with a big pair of titties, I'm like, that's hot. If I see a girl with a big fat ass, even if it is a BBL,
is that why you
it is hot.
5? Because I don't have any titties.
Maybe.
Wait, what?
What my?
Because I'm talking about when you said symmetry.
I'm gonna
finish
my point. Right? But I'm at a certain age where I'm considering kids, and I'm like, look, random meaningless sex doesn't do it for me. I've had enough sex. I don't need more sex. I want a woman who I can have a long-term meaningful relationship with, who will be a good mother. So like I'm looking for like genetic health, like actual real indicators of physical health. That's a real thing that guys need to start looking out for if they're going to consider who their mother's going to, like the mother
If they
of
don't
their
have
kids
big
is going to be.
titties, they don't have good health.
No, it's just I just find big titties attractive. That's just me. Some guys aren't into titties. I'm into titties. Sue me. Simple as
Me
that.
too. It's fine.
I guess.
You're into titties too. All right, we agree. All right, give me a fist bump for that. You're into titties.
I'm more of a labia guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't
We
tell
all
that.
we all
Can't tell
know.
that from just looking at her face, can you?
Unfortunately not. I'm hoping that the day there's going to be like some sort of thing
Just
you
a
can
big
look.
titty on my forehead. You know
It's
what
going to be
like.
illegal. If you can see the labia.
No, the labia on my forehead.
I just want to say something in regards to plastic. I have plastic surgery, and I think. Thank you. I got a breast reduction because it was for health issues.
Well, that's a little different, I think, but
it was still optional. Like insurance didn't cover it. It was still technically cosmetic, and I just think it's like unfortunate that like society like wants women to look a certain way, and if they don't naturally, everybody's just like, oh well, you can get this done, but even if you get plastic surgery, you're still not good enough. And it's just like frustrating, like constantly, like society, like whatever women look like, you just never look good enough. So like a lot of people, they go to plastic surgery for like that like confidence to feel like they may be good enough, even if it's not real, because it doesn't hurt anybody.
You know who did that?
You know who caused that? Find it internally. I think the point is that everyone is always going to talk down on you from every aspect, no matter what you do. So it's what makes you happy with yourself that really matters, because that shines through and that attracts people that also like you. If you are fully invested in yourself and making yourself feel happy and seeing the things that you like about yourself, then other people will see that beauty. And if they don't see that beauty, they don't deserve to be in your life.
You know who's caused that, though? The statement you just made about like
Kardashians?
It's the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Who is blowing up on social media with their big fake fucking ass, big fake titties.
Actually, some of their plastic surgery like undone.
Yep.
But now it's just like, for bottom line, like skinny has always been the standard. Like, and if you're not that, you may want to do something else to take someone's eyes off the fact that you may not be like thin or something. It's just like there's always something that women just seem to not be good enough for, and it always like chops down to our looks. And that's why we're not as humble anymore, is because we need to have confidence in ourselves, because so many people just like look at us and think we're ugly.
You know what?
So you gotta think that we're hot, because a lot of people think that we're not.
I'll tell you it ain't men doing that.
Yes,
it's
it is.
women doing that. Women doing that to other women.
Women and men do it. Women are very competitive with like looks, and they feel the need to chop other women down to make themselves think that they're hotter. But like men still like annihilate women for how they look.
Only on a podcast like this.
No,
it's everywhere.
Honestly, when has a guy come up to you ever in your life and said, "You're a 3"? Look, this never happened.
They wouldn't do that. They can't do that if majority of them aren't having sex. The first thing to do is to sleep
but
with
it's
someone
still
is not to
happening. You guys are
criticize
saying
them.
that it's not happening, and it is.
It's only happening if you're triggering them. Like if it's like a combative argument, like no one just walks up and just criticizes you. Like,
yeah, they actually
but you guys,
do.
like you're on the social media. Like that's kind of how it is. On
Yes,
social media.
but I'm saying it's happening.
Social media is different from real life.
It is happening though. That's like my bottom line. You guys are saying that it's not happening, but it is.
It ain't happening in real life though.
No, because everyone's saying that social media is real life. Outside of social media, that's not real life.
You know what you can do? If someone ever does that to you on social media, you know what you can do? You can just do that and ignore it. It's not real.
But you guys you guys said that it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that it is.
But it's like
I don't care that it happens.
I was assuming you were talking about real life.
Okay. Well, also it does happen in like real life. There's like people who say there's
your
women
who got bigger titties than you. That's why she's prettier.
Seriously, like you could be standing waiting for your Uber, and guys will come up and say weird ass shit.
But those aren't even meant to even. It's like saying a homeless man.
It's still a man.
It doesn't matter. It's like people with mental health issues. Like why even get mad? It's like getting mad at someone that's like mentally ill.
I don't know.
It's like getting mad at a toddler.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're mentally ill. I could think that they're literally just the way that they are. I don't know who they are. They're a stranger. I've never done a like.
Do you think that's like a naive way to look at the world? So you're gonna be walking around mad at everyone if you.
No, because not everyone does that.
That's my first thought every single time.
But that's what everyone does. Parents do that. Friends do that. Coworkers do that. Employees do that. Project. That's all people do. It's an almost
exactly. So it's about you being self-aware and understanding when people are projecting at you and not.
Okay, but then that would contradict that she's mad at the fact that people are.
Well,
Exactly.
if
I
someone
wasn't
insults me, like I'm gonna be upset. I'm not a doormat. I'm gonna stand up for myself if somebody says something insulting. I don't have to be empathetic at the fact that they are just being a dick to me and they don't even know who I am.
A lot of people are just broken. Like you just move
That's
on.
not my fault.
Yeah, but if it's not your fault, you shouldn't be mad. That's the whole point.
Well, if I am not relative to what they're saying to me, I have no reason to be nice and be like, oh, it's okay, you
So do
call
you
me
think
a
that this
fat, ugly
generation is
bitch.
just like too
Like-
sensitive? Do you just think this generation is like mad sensitive?
Well, yes, I do think that.
So that's the problem. You're too
But I'm
sensitive.
standing up for myself. I'm defending myself.
But you're defending yourself, but it's hurting you because it's like it's actually affecting you. Like
It's
You're
really-
letting it affect
everything
you
that
by
happens to you
defending
happens
yourself.
to everyone. Like I'm a woman, it happens to me. But like
I just want
if you
less
look at
work
the-
because I'm stubborn. I actually don't give a shit what they
if
say
you
to
look at
me.
the caliber of people that are criticizing you, it's not even worth getting mad at. Is what I'm basically saying. You never see like a fine ass man that will criticize you. If anything, they're more stoic. They'll just be like, oh, not my type, walk away. But you're comparing it to some hobo guy or some bum guy that crashes on his mom's couch. It's pointless to talk about those guys.
Wait, so you were saying that men are really harsh judges of women's physical appearance, correct?
Yeah.
But I actually think women are harsher judges of men's physical appearances than men are judges.
Did she say that women don't judge men the same? She just said that men are critical. She didn't say
No, but what
that
I'm
women
saying,
don't do the
no,
same
I'm
thing.
well, the statement was that men are really harsh judges of women's physical appearance. However, I mean, perhaps that might be the case. What the fuck? What's
I'm just
stop the
listening.
faces,
I'm just
dork?
listening to you.
Okay. I think though women are harsher judges of men's physical appearances than men are of women's physical appearance.
Because women, weren't we just talking about how women are constantly, what your value is off of your appearance? That's for the most part, that's what like the first thing that everyone said.
Well,
I think
Go
that
ahead.
women are more judgmental on the emotional level than physical when it comes to men.
I would say women are way more superficial and shallow when
Like
it comes
first
to looks.
impressions, yes, but everybody is.
Yeah, but
You
first
know?
impressions are the beginning.
Yes, but that both men and women do that.
I think women now as a guy you can make up for perhaps your lack of appearance in other ways, either through status, money, or personality. If you're exceptionally charismatic, you can make up for it, whereas women can't quite make up for it as much or even at all through these other metrics. However, they've done studies on this. Like most men view most women as attractive, whereas the reverse is not true. So it's easier for a woman to be attractive. And then the things that women do care about when it comes to physicality are outside of men's control, whereas in a lot of the things that men care about in terms of physicality with women
Mike
are within
Davis
women's
super
control
chatted
here. Well, I'll come back to that,
$99
back to this after Mike
99
Davis.
cents.
Yo, Mike Davis, thank you, man.
Brian, with all that singing, you're a smart man having the windows covered. I wasn't that lucky. My iPhone went from cracked to shattered. Anyone in chat fix screens and can give me a quote? Also, how's the bald head porn star gonna lecture the girls on values?
Because results, mate. I have 3 very religious, wholesome women with extremely low body counts who love me. It's results, plain and simple, man. The average guy can't get what I've got. I'm not trying to be a hater, bro. I can kind of see where you're coming from. It's like it sounds a bit bitter to me, to be honest. But don't hate me because I get the results you want. That's just the reality, man. Sorry.
I'm wondering, I have a question for you. How would you feel if one of your women had a body count like yours, or was...
I wouldn't have dated her in the first
What
place.
if you didn't
You
know?
wouldn't date her in the
No,
first place?
I wouldn't have. She would never have come on my radar in the first place.
What did they?
No, I'm serious. Like,
No equal
it's
standards here.
seriously. No, the reality isn't equal. You can tell me how many 18-year-old men are getting invited onto yachts and are invited to the club's tables and shit. 0 of them. But it's full of pretty young girls. That shit ain't fair either. So the moment you start fixing that, cool, then I'll take that comment seriously.
Are
But
you
until
sick of
then,
yelling?
it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Are you guys in a
I'm
bad
passionate,
mood?
I'm passionate about
Like
it.
to say
Passionate
what?
about it. But back to your point, right? There's certain you'd say like green flags in a woman's behavior, which I can tell now indicate that she has at a relatively low body count. Let's just say that.
Do you think that if a woman has a high body count, I love the point that you made. Like if a woman has a high body count, what if she changed in the way that you say you did? Would you still accept her?
Sorry, if you changed
No.
in
If
what way?
she if the woman with the high body count, if she changed in the way that you are saying that you did, would you accept her?
No.
How did I change?
You said that you have what was the word that he said? Because they said
I
that
don't understand your question. Sorry.
you have you said that you have a high body count.
I do, yeah.
But you are like not the same anymore. You say?
I don't think I said that, but.
Oh, are you saying? So you said something changed. Like now you have 3 Christian women
I think you
in
made a
your
point that you
life.
don't want to like mess around with a bunch of women anymore, and that you're just happy with the
Oh,
ones you have.
Yeah, like what if she did
okay,
that?
okay.
Like if she like is no longer like doing that anymore.
Unfortunately, it comes down to biology. Like a woman it's less likely to be able to pair bond with a man like meaningfully long term if she's had an extremely high body count, and it doesn't affect men the same way. It just doesn't. It's unfortunate. It's unfair. Reality isn't fair though, and that's just the way it is. Unfortunately.
Okay.
What if
Again?
she was in,
What happened?
So bad.
What happened?
Can you rate us already, Brian?
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah,
I gotta
you kept snaking away from that, Ryan, didn't you?
All right.